I'm doing a review of 17 lessons that an educator needs from the book Education Riddle. Now, my second lesson is a very basic lesson. A lesson that you and I have to just agree to. There is no denying to the fact, which is reading. You know, today I understand one beautiful quote which is so deep. It says, do your enemy a favor and stop reading. Or Daniel Pink says, there is no difference between the ones who cannot read and write and one who do not want to read and write. Did he say that? Anyway, the point being that dinosaurs did not read. Look what happened to them. The whole idea of the education that we see is on what we can derive from it. Mark Zuckerberg said so beautifully, the owner of Facebook, the founder of Facebook, the Facebook which is addictive, which is where you and I are always there, he says that when you read a book, it lets you immerse in a subject which no other medium can. Isn't it? You can stop, you can reflect, you can reread. In a movie, the animations, the graphics, the dialogues, the characters are so engrossing, it has to keep moving on. Reading is your own pace. I cannot ever stress enough on the importance of reading. But rather than telling you the lesson number 2 is read a book, I'll tell you two very basic things. How do you read? What are the steps to reading? So, if you look at the concept of reading, you need to develop 4 different techniques, each related to one another, into becoming an avid, good, voracious reader. The first of that call is comprehension. Very simple. If you can't put A and B together, or if you can't read C-A-T, cat, or phonic at, whatever you choose to, it's all about comprehension. But the idea is you start comprehending. Number 2, decoding. Now I could read cat, but do I know what its animal is? Now slowly my appetite for words will increase, my vocabulary will increase. So now I will start knowing dilemma, what does it mean? Whatever. Torrents, what does torrent mean? Torrent could mean, of course, for engineers like us, all about downloads. Torrent is all about rains. Torrent is about water gushing. So now comprehension and decoding. Once you have done that, then the 2 major steps come in where we adults fail. That's number 3 is stamina. The appetite of reading is how much can you read. So, I read 1 page, I get bored. 2 pages, then you start developing a stamina for reading. And the 4th one is fluency, how quick you can read. Don't put an anchor when you read. It's nice to be stuck on a page, a poem, a quote, a proverb, but also keep moving on. Today we are very promiscuous with reading. We take a book, we change it. Especially it happens on online mobile devices. So you have so many books downloaded, we have gigabytes of PDFs we share on one another, we hardly read. So these 4 steps I'm talking about are very similar to learning how to walk. Just because you can walk doesn't mean you can run. Now when you start running, you might want to enroll for a marathon, doesn't mean you'll complete half a marathon. So, the whole step is you start walking a little, you start running a bit, then you start going over and over, which is actually getting stamina, and then you can walk within certain thing, a mile, so many kilometers under, a mile under a minute, which is the Roger Bannister did it, that is called fluency. So these are the steps that you read. Number 2, the last point about reading is how would you like to read? What genre do you want to read? It could be something about fiction, non-fiction, self-help, romance, action, thriller. Please, what Nassim Taleb says is anti-library. Develop an entire system. What do you like to read? Go ask book recommendation, collect books, download, it's fine. At least someday you will feel guilty to read. So hopefully, my second lesson for the educators is just develop the appetite of reading. Do not go to bed. Do not go to bed without reading at least 3 pages every day. I don't mean WhatsApp messages. I don't mean newspapers. I mean a physical, tangible book. Even a Kindle will do. But 3 pages a day will make you a well-read man. And a woman, of course. All the best. Happy reading.